Use this time to grab a drink so you can enjoy the show to the fullest. We hope you enjoy the podcast.
Sometimes art is prophetic, and sometimes I don't know how to offset it. The words too authentic to constantly do what I do and augment it. Y'all talk a big game, can't tell if y'all meant it. As seconds turns to minutes, the ticking will tell all. Will you hold firm or steadily fall? Will you conform with the ways of the world, or will you give the world everything that you are? Make them fuckers move around you, kinda like sound do. Break out of everything that they had you bound to. You got knocked down, ho, get ready for round two. It's round two. Get ready for round two. Come back, run rap, run laps around these cats, jump back, kiss myself, still keeping me intact. Weird and black, they for that, hold up, steer it back. Weird and black, they revere that. Yup, you hear that?
Turnstile, switch it up. Young nigga raised hard and learned not to give a fuck. Young nigga came far, still never give enough. Coming with the flavor, delicious, so she lick it up. Bust down, stick it up, I put it down, so pick it up. Scud town, saviors, done some till he shift to musk. Stench so stank that the shit compare soft to us. Crud so dank, make your face smell to dripping, cuz club go shake when the bass gets to hitting ya. They ain't really hearing us, but they gon' feel something when the way is paved clear enough. I don't fear nothing but the fate is God really not. Well, fuck it, got the world in my hands and that's real enough. Fuck it, got the world in my hands, gold forms to touch. Might just spend it all one time to give it all to us. Yeah, give it all to us.
Yeah. This that hip-hop body, rock, hardcore, karate, chop, neo-Nazi, nasty, not feel it in my chest. How could you wear that name? Must be automatic shame. He's an automatic lame, heard it from the best. Fresh flow, let's go, plus I got a lot of heart. It's necessary when you dabble in this art. Grab canvas, paint picture, use them acrylics, paint a picture so vivid, the people gotta feel it like the Kaaba. Lyrics bear fruit like guava, words spilling out of my brain like lava. Spills out the top of a volcano, and they know that A-Right is not the one to play no. I'm Kano in Mortal Kombat, cause the lyrics like blades. Aim it at your juggler when I'm on stage. Until you heard me spit, homie, you ain't heard rage. On another chapter, so turn a turn. Okay, got that out my system. A-Right on another planet, dog, you must have missed them. When I do it how I do it's of my own volition. Go make my destination even in the worst condition. My crew's the Blues Brothers, cause you know we on a mission. Eternity of roses I make bumping in your system. I mean, banging in it, I'm still hanging in it. I got a gang of wisdom, I got a gang of rhythms. I got a lot of soul, I found the pot of gold. I'm wrapping that shit up, gon' sell it to the globe. I got some game to give them, they don't really want, but they really need it. And I want you to succeed, I want you to be free. I want you to remove every obstacle from being what you truly wanna be. I truly wanna see, and I can only lead by example. So here's a sample for me, so get up.
one drinking beer. I'm drinking water.
2 touchdowns a game?
Yes, in the game. You're tripping. How you high? No, it is Super Bowl time.
I don't know what we're doing in the front office, man. Twiddling our fucking dick.
Ryan, I just need you to drink this.
Wide receiver trivia. That's what she said.
Upset.
Are those crutches?
You can see Ryan's crutches.
Going to bed with Shaq, but Vegas in general, I think my ass is tied.
Okay. Well, welcome to After Further Review. Because not everybody could hear the intro song playing.
Over Nestor and me trying to share the same bed. Episode 121, and here we are.
Told you tequila episode.
We haven't even touched it yet.
Exactly.
That's the problem. Well, Shaq's already complaining about the amount that he has.
He felt shorted.
Everybody else. Which is the first time he's ever complained.
Right. You just the opposite.
About a less amount.
Yes.
But that's fine.
Yeah, this is After Further Review, folks. I am your co-host, Jalen Brown.
I'm your other wonderful co-host, Shaquille Brown, back in black in person.
There you go.
Back in black.
And I mean, you always wear black. You ain't wear nothing but black. Listen, I'm everyone's hater co-host Malin. I'll give it goddamn. Go ahead, miss me. Some of them comments with my East team. I saw them. Hey, shut up.
I'm your other great co-host, all the way from Colombia, Nestor.
Yes.
He's done going to the dentist, by the way. His teeth are fine.
Yep.
Hey, are you drinking
No more
Doers
caffeine.
still?
Yeah, Doers, and I'm doing a cocaine-laced beer. I'm kidding. This is regular beer.
Okay, I think he's serious. I think there's actually cocaine.
What
in the
kind of beer is that?
It's cocaine beer.
It's Club Colombia. It's like a typical Colombian beer.
Club Colombia. Okay. Is that like Colombia's Bud Light or something?
That's what I was about to say. Is it like
Yeah,
a Bud
pretty
Light
much.
Colombia? Right. Well, listen, we've been staring at this tequila long enough, gentlemen. We need to.
Oh, you guys are doing tequila. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's. I mean, listen. After what I just went through at Popeyes, I'm having tequila. That's good stuff. All right. All right, Nestor, get ready to run the show in a little bit. We'll be fine.
You what?
You got it.
He's trying to control the buttons from over there.
Just wanted to mention, if you don't watch the show, we do stream live every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can check us out on YouTube by just clicking that first link down in your podcast description. That way you can actually watch the shenanigans and not just hear them, because, I mean, come on, that's half the fun of this show is seeing the botched intro.
That we can't get right up to 121 episodes.
So click that first link down in the description and click subscribe when you get here.
I was like, am I the only one who hears the music?
Oh, no, we just disregarded it like it wasn't.
He's like, nah, we ain't going live. No, trust me, I know when there's a hot mic now.
Yeah, I mean,
I have learned.
Oh, this show is great. All right, let's start off. We've got a bit of news came out this morning, so we're going to go with the news first. Not the championship. Start off with
Today's top stories and
Tom
breaking
Brady
news.
is retiring again. It is not Groundhog Day. It is actually TB12
Who said that?
calling it quits.
Nestor, like, I wanted him in Miami.
The GOAT actually hanging it up on a beach in, I don't know if he was in
Somewhere.
Tampa or Miami.
I don't know,
Somewhere
man,
in Florida.
because the sun was up, and he posted it at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So everyone was like just assuming that he was in South Beach.
Right.
I'm not sure he was.
What if he's
I don't
in?
know
Yeah.
where
What
he
if
was.
that's a hint that he might join the Dolphins?
Okay.
The
After
fact
he
that
retired.
That don't mean nothing.
The next day,
Vinci Code.
Tom Brady signs with the Dolphins.
Hey, listen, man. Tua finally cleared concussion protocol today.
Oh, that's great.
A
Finally.
few weeks after the
That's good.
season
Nice.
ended for the Dolphins.
While he's drinking out of
like,
straw.
didn't he get concussed back in October? Like, wasn't that the last time he got hit in the head? Like, how long was that meant? I didn't know that they did concussion protocol after the season was over. They're like, nah, man, don't put a helmet on. Your bitch is still dizzy. Like, you can't do it. So, of course, you want Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's
Like, Tua is going to be forever concussed.
Here's the fact: if you are thinking that Tom Brady is going to be healthier than your own quarterback right now, it's a sign that old ass Brady's.
That's what you're hanging your hat on.
40.
If I see that man on another field, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Listen, I'm just saying, if I ate avocado ice cream 4 years later, that could be that man.
Like I told Jalen, I hope that man is sitting in an apartment somewhere with 2 pieces of furniture and just enjoying his retirement.
I mean, okay, but in all seriousness, with Tom Brady, like outside of Jalen, because Jalen is a Pats fan, so for 19 years, you got to enjoy 6 Super Bowls,
Right.
9 appearances. That's crazy. You guys just can't beat the NFC East, apparently, in the Super Bowl. You beat my Seahawks, so there is a little bit of hatred in that. But in reality, him joining the Bucks was the best thing he could ever do for his image. Like, getting away from the Belichick way and getting into, like, his real personality and who he was, because he's actually funnier than shit.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. So going to the Bucks made him more likable. Like, everybody hated him because he played for the Patriots and won so many Super Bowls. Goes to the Bucks, all of a sudden everybody liked him. He won a Super Bowl. They were like, well, we might actually kind of hate you a little bit now. But then he throws the Lombardi Trophy from one boat to another on a parade. But you know, here's just a list of things that he's number 1 in the NFL. You ready for this?
Sure, it's a long list.
It's going to take like at least 120 seconds. Wins, 251 wins. Pro Bowls, 15. Super Bowl MVPs, 5. Completions, 7,753. Attempts, 12,020. Yards, 89,214. And touchdowns, 649. That's not even talking about the postseason. You're talking about a man that has had 20 appearances in the postseason. He's played 48 postseason games, 135 of them.
That's crazy.
135 out of the 48 games. He's only lost 13 postseason games in his career. 10 Super Bowl appearances, 7 wins, 1,200 completions in the postseason, 13,400 yards, 88 touchdowns, 14 game-winning drives, and 9 fourth-quarter comebacks. Keep in mind that this man has more playoff wins than Steve Young, Troy Aikman, Warren Moon, Dan Fouts combined. Not only that, but he threw for more yards after Deflategate. Right. So we're talking after 2014. Mm-hmm. He still threw for more yards than Steve Young did in his entire career. After Deflategate.
That's crazy.
He won the MVP 3 times, and all 3 times he won it was not a year he won a Super Bowl. Yeah. Like, that's how crazy and great he was. So, yeah. Damn. Mm-hmm. Like, you can cut his career into 3 pieces.
Yeah.
And all 3 of those pieces are a Hall of Fame caliber career.
Yeah. I do want to ask you guys, do you have a favorite or most memorable Brady moment?
I just love his transition to the Bucks. I feel like that's always been the funniest transition to like Patriots fans, everybody else to kind of like the Bucks, and just watching the bandwagon of, because we live here, the bandwagon of folks who all of a sudden started talking about the Bucks, being a part of it, and just seeing him like, all right, first year in, I'm gonna run it back to the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna win this for the brand new team, brand new roster. Even though it's Patriots 2.0, that's all it was this year around. But like, it was just,
I mean, it was a better roster.
It was a better roster. He was
picked Tampa for a reason.
Yeah, it's better roster. But it's just a funny transition that this man was like, look, I'm gonna transition to a brand new team, and I'm gonna kill him anyway. It doesn't matter who I play for or what's going on. I can still run this show, and I feel like it was that first like year or two with the Bucks was I think the best transition.
Mine is the Super Bowl parade.
The Tampa one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The throwing like he could have killed somebody if the base of that trophy hit somebody, and his daughter was in the back. No, don't do it. And then you had the video of them escorting him out from the stage, and the podium just completely faded. That was not a Tom Brady that was eating avocado ice cream date.
Right.
Like, that was Tom Brady just living his best life. And as much as I hate Tampa sports, and as much as I hate the Buccaneers, and I hate Tampa Bay, and I'm really glad we don't ever have to hear about that again, because they're going to lose for the next 20 years. They're going to be doormats again, and we'll just all
until Patrick Mahomes
shit on them and wipe their ass. Yeah, and when Patrick Mahomes is 19th year in the league and Andy Reid is gone, he's going to come down here to the Bucks. But just being able to see like the real Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And, you know, it takes some stones to be like, you know what? I got a supermodel wife. Forget you. I'm going to keep playing with the boys. That's
the ultimate.
Yeah. I don't know if it worked out the way that he thought it would.
But still credit to him for doing it, though.
But
at whatever cost.
Boys first.
At whatever cost. Does not matter.
Ultimate Vegas bachelor party move. You gotta love that, Tom.
Yeah.
So,
Nestor.
My favorite Brady moment was when he saved the city of Atlanta, when he made that comeback and they beat him. So yeah, thank you, Tom Brady, for saving the city of Atlanta.
I mean, I still think
Nice
they burned
Super
it
Bowl.
to the ground.
It looks like it most times.
He's a hero.
I think there was enough anger. Like,
Burned it anyway.
It was going to be a celebratory burn down, but it ended up being
Right.
an angry burn down.
It's going to be Philly in the next couple of weeks, but anyway.
They just rebuilt it, actually.
Like, Dan Quinn is just happy being the defensive coordinator of the Cowboys because of how shell-shocked he is from that Super Bowl.
Yeah, that is, of course, mine. Same thing. 28-3 will always.
Oh, it's not 49, huh?
No, not 49. That would probably be in a. Well, no, I wouldn't even say second. It's
Really?
Malcolm Butler, but
Okay.
yeah, I gotta say 28-3 was just unbelievable. But it was cool seeing him come here. Like, that was.
No.
I was not expecting him to come here at all. So once he like showed up during a COVID year, it was just like, what the fuck? This dude's living on Davis Island. It was just weird to like
Living in Jeter's house.
Right.
Getting in trouble with
Right.
the league. Having teammates playing like
Yeah.
high school. park
Yeah,
field or whatever.
No, my second favorite has to be his awkward relationship with Antonio Brown. You picked the most collected human being known to mankind. I gave him the most ignorant person in the league. I was like, y'all friends now. He's gonna live in your house. I wish they
Like,
would.
you let that man near Giselle?
Exactly.
Who?
That needed to be a 24/7 live stream. There's the household
And even
and family
Antonio
dinners.
Smoke was putting up smoke like, hey, there could have been. But no, I would say that like Super Bowl 49, like you and I collectively, Tom Brady moment. I know you and I were both working at the same Starbucks.
Right. 49.
I was making the jokes about the deflated football cookies.
Yeah.
And then y'all won and I was angry. I don't think I talked to you for like a month. I was like, whatever. Stupid. But, you know, it says a lot about Tom Brady being likable in Tampa that I'm not even mad about Super Bowl 49 anymore. Like, I'm more just appreciative over the fact that in my life, I've been able to watch two of the greatest competitors ever. Michael Jordan,
Gotcha.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Like, I got to see that. This man. We're not trying to leave at 2 a.m., Shaq. We're not trying to live at 2 a.m.
You just gotta learn with this show. If you throw it in enough, it becomes an argument. I just gotta wait for G Money to join, and then it becomes.
Stop it. Just a quick question. Have any of us seen LeBron play in person? I have not.
I have one time.
Oh, you've seen him play once?
Yes,
Okay.
I did. It
Glad one
was
of
I want to say 2006, 2007 in Orlando.
This was his rookie year.
It was before.
Oh, that's
because
right.
he
It
made
was a
it
couple
to
years
the
after that.
made it to the finals. I think in 2005.
Yeah.
It's the only NBA game that I've ever been to. Because back when the Sonics were big in Seattle, like tickets were too much and stuff, so I wasn't able to go to a Sonics game. But I did go. I got tickets for free.
Nice.
And so me and a buddy went and I saw LeBron James play one day. It was either 2006 or 2007 when he played in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So I got to see Headband
Braun.
Headband.
That just goes to show how long this man's been in the league. Because mind you, this man came like out of high school, still playing now, and it's like this man's been playing for most of the people who are his big fans' lifespan.
This man's just a machine.
I mean, he got into the league, had kids, and now he's about to play with one of those kids.
Yes.
It's very Brady-esque a little bit.
Yeah.
How long are these people going to play?
I just want to say this. You see what I did there? See how we somehow talked about the bastard?
I know. That actually really made me angry. I was looking at the notes and I was like, we don't have
LeBron.
Why are we
Think about
talking
LeBron.
about LeBron? And then you asked the question.
I brought it up.
He sparked it, and I was
I sparked it. Y'all cussed me out for bringing it up and still went on to talk about it.
That makes me really makes me mad. You didn't deserve that story.
Slight
Shaq.
triggers. Slight trigger. It doesn't
damn.
take much with y'all.
like someone bringing up politics.
I've already been triggered. today.
I've co-hosted this show multiple weeks with y'all. I know the keywords.
Look at Kyrie
right.
Irving looking like Mr. T out of Rocky 3, dumbass with a towel.
Like y'all didn't lose by like 40. Like y'all didn't lose by 40
you
points.
just lost 139 to 96. Just go to the tunnel, man. You ain't got to dap nobody.
He's like, you don't give a fuck about talking to you.
G Money fills in the blank with bros before hoes. Next on the news, we have the Broncos, Denver Broncos. They're back in the news because they do have a new head coach in Sean Payton. But this was after they tried to get D'Amico Ryan's strange move of them trying to get him first. But he ended up going to Houston. So they said, all right, we'll settle for Sean Payton. They gave up some draft picks in this year's draft and next year's in exchange for him. So Sean Payton turned things around in Denver.
No.
Okay. Shaq feeling strong.
Shaq is.
Let's go to picking up players and people that were good, put them on a team. Hopefully it makes our team good. That's the mentality that they're going for.
Shaq's on fire. He got us talking about LeBron. He over here.
I'm just saying.
The show at this point.
At this point, it's like, you know what, Russ, we can pick you up. You know you're good, right? Bomb it. It's like, you know what? Let's pick a man that probably should have retired. Come on, bring your wisdom here. They're gonna bomb the shit out of this next season. It's gonna be comical.
You know what I love is that they actually go play in New Orleans next year. So that's gonna be but listen to this. In 10 months, the Broncos have given up 3 first-round draft picks, 3 second-round draft picks, a 5th-round draft pick, Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, Noah Fant, for Russell Wilson, a 3rd, a 4th-round pick, and Sean Payton. In 10 months, these people they don't even know what the first 2 rounds of the draft smell like at this point.
They might not know.
And this
the
is
draft at
also a
point.
team that has not won a playoff game in 7 years since they won the Super Bowl. Like, they haven't been to the playoffs in 7 years. And you're throwing out 3 firsts and 3 seconds and a 5th-round draft pick for Russell Wilson and Sean Payton, a man that won a Super Bowl in 2009, and Russell Wilson that won a Super Bowl in 2013. Like, what decade are we in right now? Like, I know that Tom Brady just retired, but this is not.
The Broncos are the epitome of fuck them picks right now.
They are.
Throw it all away.
They are doing the LA Rams move, but not getting the return on the investment. That's what they're doing.
Results. The
They're
Broncos are
they're doing the whole. Hey, the Rams said fuck their picks, so we're gonna fuck our picks. But our picks, our return, it doesn't look the same. We don't have banners anymore. We're not going to the play. We won 5 games. But we said fuck our picks. Like we did what the Rams did. Like this is stupid.
Like Russ could be magic.
They just have such a big investment on Russell.
They have to. They put a lot of money into it.
Because of they think Sean Payton would just turn things around, and that's the reason why Russell Wilson wasn't clicking, because Hackett. But it's not going to work. I don't think it's. No, it's not.
Like, is Sean Payton and Russell Wilson really going to click?
No.
Right.
No.
It's like you're kind of assuming. Like, do they know each other?
Like Sean Payton's kind of like, okay, forget about the fact that Russell Wilson and Drew Brees are the same height. Outside of that,
That's the only thing they were doing.
that's the only thing they have in common.
Like, front office is like,
Like Drew Brees. Drew Brees could actually make the throws and throw with anticipation.
He had the arm.
Russell Wilson always panicked if he couldn't see. Okay. That's why he always scrambled out, and he made a lot of magic with that.
He did.
But Sean Payton is a lot of a harder coach than any coach that Russell Wilson's ever had. He's going from Pete Carroll to Nathaniel Hackett to Sean Payton. You think Sean Payton's going to be a friend? You think he's going to give a shit if you're going to the cancer hospitals? He don't give a shit. He'd be like, no, leave the goddamn hospital, let the kid die, get in here and look at the goddamn playbook. Like, that's what Sean Payton's going to do. I'm sorry, Sean. Like, if that's not what you're really going to do,
You know what?
don't hate me.
The first thing he's doing is getting rid of that damn parking space.
Yeah,
And that
and the
damn
office, the
is
office,
gone.
like, bitch, like you ain't getting no office. You're a quarterback. You're paid to throw the ball.
Right.
They paid a lot of money for
Like,
that.
God damn.
He's not.
Like,
I don't feel like Sean Payton's gonna fix that thing that Russell Wilson does in like late in the game, where he just picks the wrong fucking decision every time.
Well,
And I don't think you can coach that.
I don't. Well,
Russell.
here's the weird take with me on Russell Wilson, is that I think that Russell Wilson in the fourth quarter of games this last year was playing his best ball, because that's what he does. When he's up against a wall and he's, you have to make a play. Like, he would make plays that he couldn't do the first three quarters of a football game, because that's what he does. Like, he plays that magic ball stuff.
Yeah.
But like Sean Payton is a heck of a lot more
Rigid.
and just this methodical. It is a word, and Russell Wilson is very loosey goosey. Let me run out the pocket. Fuck the O line. I don't give a goddamn what pocket you trying to create. I'm just gonna go over here, and that's just not gonna work.
Yeah. It seems like Denver just wanted the big name and a new sheriff in town. Like, they want somebody to come in and put their foot down, but.
Well, and they wanted D'Amico Ryans because, let's face it, they weren't going to have to give up first.
Right. Right. You weren't even saying that on Discord. Like,
yeah, they were going to have to give up the picks for D'Amico Ryan.
Sure.
Like, you really think D'Amico Ryan going to put up with Russell Wilson shit?
It just need to give up on the whole Russ industry on the whole. Anybody named Russ, just give up on them on sports. It's just not meant to. Everyone's.
No, I am not taking the bait.
Talking about Russell Westbrook.
We are not. We will not talk about the Lakers.
Good person.
I never
We're
said
not doing it.
I never said which Russes.
Nah.
I'm just saying, give up on all Russes.
I am not taking the
if Shaq
bait.
really wanted to bait us, he could have made his all-star point guard.
You should have, too.
Should have. That social media would have blown up. And we were gonna have to be forced to talk about it come later in the show.
People would riot.
They'd be like, a man with a brain that goddamn size, and he picked Russell Westbrook.
Make great decision maker. He would have get triple double.
What
The fuck is Perkins doing? He over there just eating on set.
Next coaching change.
On set too.
Shit. Good God. Next coaching change.
No more tequila for Shaq. I don't even really fully understand what the fuck he just said, but I kind of feel it was.
We almost went into a Russell Westbrook tangent. Just by the way.
Shaq is really enjoying the host on ESPN's NBA broadcast. So the Cowboys, they got rid of Kellen Moore. And the Chargers picked him up and named him their new offensive coordinator. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of upset that my Patriots couldn't have snagged Kellen Moore, but...
He didn't want Bill O'Brien? I gave you the stats last week. He wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think I would rather Bill Murray at this point, but
goddamn, you want Caddyshack? Okay, I'm gonna go find some ghosts.
I'll take it. Fucking
okay, but what has Kellen Moore done that Bill O'Brien hasn't done on the opposite side of the ball?
I just want some fresh faces in our organization.
That is a baby face.
Yes,
that man doesn't look like he's aged a day since he was playing quarterback for Boise State. He looks the exact goddamn same. Like, he was.
Did he go
his
Miami?
Fullback? No, he didn't.
Go to Miami.
Could he go?
Ain't nobody going to Miami, man. Shut up.
He was at the U.
Your quarterback is barely on life support.
We need somebody.
He said we need somebody.
Anybody. Shoot, you might as well go down there yourself.
Anyway, you guys think that Kellen Moore will make a good impact in LA with
I think he will with the Chargers. For sure. I think he's going to help with the Chargers because I think that Staley's an idiot. And I don't even think he should be a head coach.
He should not. He should have lost his job.
Yeah, you cost your team a playoff berth one year, and then you cost them a playoff win the next year. Yeah. That's a fireable offense.
Right.
Strike one, so
strike two.
It's like bitch, it's the NFL. We don't count to 3 in the NFL right. Unless we're the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones is 80 years old. He'll count to 50. He don't give a shit. So that's why they're hiring Kellen Moore. I do think Herbert's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. I think they have more talent on offense in LA Chargers than they do Dallas. The funny thing that I think is happening is that they parted ways with Kellen Moore because Mike McCarthy is trying to save his job. And he's like, nah, bitch, I'm going to call the plays.
Right.
And I'm like, you did this like a week too late. Like, you don't... Like, Sean Payton wasn't coming to Dallas because Jerry Jones already said he wanted you to be the next Landry, which is weird because Jerry Jones fired Landry.
Poetic.
So that's awkward. But you like Jerry Jones started saying, "Oh, we want him to be the next Landry, like coach of the Cowboys, like be here for forever." And I was like, "Well, Landry actually won playoff games and won a couple Super Bowls." Yeah. Now he did lose to your Steelers, but you weren't even a thought in your mama's vagina when that happened.
That's how the process works.
but I don't know. But so
now
Mike McCarthy.
We talking about my mom's vagina.
So like,
and that's not the first time.
it's not the first time.
It probably won't be the last.
But listen, man, like sometimes I look at your head and I say a prayer. I'm like, God damn, that woman. Like, what a woman. Just damn.
That's just cracking up.
But, you know, like Mike McCarthy is like, you know what? Like, Sean Payton's going to go somewhere else. But fuck it. I got to call my own plays. So it's like, why are you trying to save your job? Jerry Jones already said he wants you here for 30 years and to let his son fire you. Like, I don't know why he's doing what he's doing.
Like, we gotta fire somebody over losing to Brock Purdy. Kellen, you gotta go. Cowboys.
Brock Purdy.
You guys are weird. You guys are very strange. However, again, I would have gladly taken Kellen Moore, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Okay.
Next, last bit of news here. All right, so this was Saturday night.
Saturday night, we had fun.
Yes, this was a loaded Saturday for the NBA, but the night game was the Lakers coming to Boston, and LeBron going up for a late game layup that would have put him on the line with the game tied to possibly seal the deal. Blatantly gets fouled by Tatum, and there's no call by the refs. Obviously, LeBron very upset after that. First of all, we're all agreeing that was a foul, correct?
Yes.
Okay, we can go ahead and call it a foul. Yes.
This man. Could have just say yes, make it to the count.
Legally.
By the letter of the law, a fingernail hit the forearm.
He's like, was it a homicide? He just happened to fall over.
Like, no, like, okay, if we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. Like, how many times does LeBron James get a call to go his way because he's LeBron James?
But
like,
it's a foul though. Still.
Like my 6-year-old has more control over his emotions than LeBron James had over his in that moment. Jumping up and down. I was like, dude, like what are you doing?
It's like LeBron hate right there, but
no, it's not LeBron hate, but the man was jumping.
Because it's a bad call. Let's be honest.
It wasn't a bad call.
He should have definitely got this.
Was it a bad call?
No, I don't think it was a bad call.
I think it was a bad. Any day that would have been a call.
Here's the reason why I don't think it was a bad call. Is because it was incidental to the point to where it could have been missed. Now, if the NBA wanted to review it and then overturn it, they could have, but they chose not to. Okay. But I'm not, because listen, man, I mean, we're talking like this. Like it wasn't, listen, when you watch the video, did his arm move?
Enough to change the shot?
No. That shot was already broken. You could see his arm did not move. The forearm did not move.
It didn't move.
But it couldn't elevate. I feel like it couldn't elevate the way that he probably wanted his arm to elevate to make the shot.
He was fine. We're talking the three fingerprints from Tatum
with the camera on me
left hand
the three.
Is what you're talking about. We're talking three fingerprints.
But let's be logical.
We're doing like go ahead and fingerprint me because I got pulled over for being Tatum. What are we doing?
Let's be logical. At that aspect of the game, if you feel that man hit you and you're trying to make a shot, are you not just gonna go ahead and be like, yeah, this is gonna be a foul. Let me go ahead and play this just a tad bit so I can get my easy free throws and go this overtime.
Well, here's the thing. Did LeBron James act in any way during the shot process that he actually got fouled? No. There was
he didn't make the shot.
He didn't make. He did well. Okay, but does LeBron James make every layup he ever makes in life?
Does any player
like
make any layup?
We're talking about LeBron James. All right,
the man who's about to take over
we're talking about a man.
Make a layup.
But yeah, how many times does he miss game-winning shots?
How much does anybody miss any game-winning shot?
The man just was bulldozing himself into the paint to try to draw a foul, and he got pissed off when he ran over 5 different people, and one of them did a little DNA touch on his arm, and he didn't get called for a foul.
Run him over.
Like, this is ridiculous. But that's what LeBron James does.
Because it was a foul.
Barely.
As a Celtics fan, I think it was a foul.
No.
I don't think it was barely. I think it was blatantly.
I'm just saying, if somebody kicks my ass and I say barely, they still kick my ass at the end of the day. That's all I'm saying. It still counts.
Listen, this is the same shit that happened when they were in the NBA Finals in Cleveland and J.R. Smith did that stupid ass thing, right, to where he didn't throw the ball in, he took it out, and they lost game 1 to Golden State. What does LeBron James do when something doesn't go his way in a game-ending game? He sulks, he becomes a fucking baby, and then they end up getting blown out in overtime. Like, I knew the moment it went to overtime,
are you upset that
we were going to win the game because I was like, we got Binky Braun over there.
We started off with a technical foul. So I was like, all right,
we got
this game is on ice.
We got Binky Braun. He's gonna, oh man, but I didn't get the foul. And so then he's going to, pout and do all this shit. They're going to get blown out. Meanwhile, he could have actually done something in overtime. But did he do anything in overtime? No, he didn't do anything in overtime.
Thank you, LeBron.
So no. Like, man, there were plenty of calls throughout the game.
Well, yeah, right. Because we were talking about that earlier in the game. It was like,
there were plenty of calls. We're like, really? We're not going to call that? Like, they can take 5 steps. We're doing that now.
Right.
We're just walking with the ball.
Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook. First of all, if Russell Westbrook could just,
y'all brought that
every time Russell Westbrook takes a 3, this is what I want you guys to do. Every time we watch the Lakers from now on, I want you to watch the body language of everybody else on the floor every single time Russell Westbrook takes the 3. Because I was doing it in that Boston game, and I guarantee you, every time Russell Westbrook took a 3, Everybody in LA, their shoulders did this. It just kind of like dipped in a little bit. They lost all composure. They're like, God damn, here we go again. Like, God damn it. But no, so yeah, what is it technically a foul? Yes. But was it detrimental and cost them the game? No.
It could have.
No, it didn't.
I'm just saying it's very much is a key part of the game that could have easily swayed.
But here's the issue I have in sports: is that a foul called or not called in the first quarter or the first period is just as important in the fourth period and the fourth quarter.
You are right. You are
like
right.
you cannot dismiss what happens in the first hit or miss, called, non-called, and then get all hot and bothered about what happens in the fourth. And the simple fact of the matter is that the Lakers were getting calls their way that could have been ticky-tack. And I'm sorry, but I kind of felt like that foul was ticky-tack because you never saw his arm change direction.
But
it didn't slow down or nothing.
But I agree with you. I'm also a person that believes that if you should not be leaving it up to those matters. Handle your business where
exactly.
In the first 3 quarters.
The first 3 quarters where it counts. You should not be if you're coming down to the last second to win this game, I feel like you've already lost this game. Go ahead and you're just not doing enough where it counts. So yeah, they probably could have done a lot more at the beginning of this game to make sure they weren't in that position that it comes to LeBron on some last second weird layup situation. But like, you know.
Well, and Boston should have handled that game easily.
Yes.
I was frustrated over the fact that it was a tie ball game going into that point anyway.
Right.
But, you know, the Lakers had a double-digit lead in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And they blew it.
Yeah. But which is very much a Lakers thing to do. To be
it is. Because what did LeBron James do? He scored 39 points and they lost the game. Like, that's what...
Which he does. Which is the thing.
Go ahead, Nestor. What are you going to say?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you guys lost to Orlando, to Disney, and then you guys lost to us, to Miami, and you guys have been very inefficient in late in the game. So, especially Jason Tatum. I'm sorry. I don't care how good you are. To me, you're inefficient. My favorite moment was Patrick Beverley grabbing the camera from the photographer, and that was hilarious.
Yeah, can we stop?
That was my highlight.
Can we stop the hold that Patrick Beverley is relevant? Like,
when he grabbed that camera, I was laughing my ass off.
This man cost them points in overtime. Yeah. Like, this is what I'm talking about.
As soon as that started overtime, I was like, all right, we won.
Well, the weird thing is that, like, I looked at overtime and I was like, why are we up by 1 point when overtime started? Right. And then they show us that, Beverly is showing them a camera, and I'm like, fucking idiot.
I just look at the
ref. Like, what is wrong with you?
The ref didn't even say any words. He just saw him.
Yeah, he was like, like, the hell with you, Bev? You're not getting famous on my dime today, man. I'm teeing you up.
Pass me that Panasonic real quick.
You are irrelevant.
You know that man got in trouble at work the next day. He's like, you gave that man what?
He's over there walking back. Nah, man, look at this. And he's like, all right, I'll tee you up again, man. I don't give a goddamn. Yeah. Jesus. That was...
There was a couple texts given out that game, but that was by far the funniest one.
The fact that this man went to the cameraman on the sidelines like, give me that.
LeBron James... LeBron James jumping around like his ice cream just fell off of his cone. And he's mad about it and he's throwing a fit in public. Is just the most ridiculous thing. Like, you're a grown ass man.
It is a very LeBron thing, I'll say that.
Like, he didn't even exude that type of emotion when J.R. Smith did the stupid shit he did. Like, he did this thing, but he wasn't like, his feet were like 3 feet off the ground. And his hands were where his feet was when he was jumping. I was like, is this some sort of Cirque du Soleil shit? Like, what are we doing?
Free show. Well, the other tech I was thinking of was actually in the previous game with the Sixers and Nuggets when James Harden realized that the Sixers only had 4 people on the court, and he randomly was like, oh shit, and he just jumped off the bench, and the ref was like,
yeah, that was...
yeah, you can't do that.
It's just,
And the thing is, these things are being called the most stereotypical people that we can assume and guess what happened to. It's like if you had told me just James Harden's committed take, it's like, yeah, that sounds like some shit he would do.
well, the thing, like, if I'm an NBA referee, I'm like, okay, you want to get on to me about missing the foul on LeBron and Tatum, but then at the same token, like, we got to put up with this shit.
Right, and then you do shit like this.
With Harden just flopping off the no, stupid does like no, just stop it. It's ridiculous.
All right.
Well, there were some championship games played.
Yes, that is it for the news. I like doing the news first. That was kind of fun.
That's the key, though.
This man got us talking about the Lakers a lot more than we did.
He brought up Lakers like 3 times in his first segment.
Yes, yeah, they were only in the news once. Let's get into what happened over the weekend with the AFC and NFC championship games. So let's start off with the Niners and Eagles game. So Niners did fall, of course, in kind of dramatic fashion, going through a bunch of quarterbacks.
I loved it.
Game was not close. I didn't like the fact that the game was not close, but it is what it is. But do you guys think that was because of Brock Purdy? Like, if he didn't get hurt in the first place and cause everything to kind of spiral,
maybe.
Shaq, do you think that this game was on Brock Purdy's end?
I do not think it was on him per se. I do not blame him. In all reality, I feel like the Eagles would have won this game anyway.
Even if he was healthy?
Even if it was healthy, I feel like it would have been just a closer game at the end of the day. It would have been much more competitive and interesting game to watch, not this clusterfuck of crippled quarterbacks that got thrown out of the field. That's all I'm saying.
This man just said clusterfucking crippled. But yet I'm the bad guy when we say things.
You brought up a
cancer
you
patient.
brought up a dying kid on stage. I get to say it.
I didn't bring him on stage. He should be dead by now, but he's not.
Exactly.
That's not my fault.
Okay.
Like, die. Why don't you get to make a pick?
All I'm saying is that this team, we all knew the Eagles was a powerhouse going into this game. And we all were always very sketchy about the 49ers throughout the whole entire team. It was like, yeah, they got kind of an almost no-name quarterback. And the only thing that's saving them is defense, and everybody else but him is saving
Crazy
this
how
team.
they win 12 in a row and we're all sketchy on them.
I still do not believe it.
Unbelievable.
I'm just saying.
But I mean, it's true though.
Yes.
Yeah, so we knew they were going to win. We all just hate the fashion because we've seen a lot of blowouts in this postseason so far, and I feel like we've gotten to the point that we're just tired of seeing teams getting blown the fuck out when it comes to this postseason.
I loved it. Actually,
This is coming. I was Seahawks fan.
I was here for it the whole time. They were still going to lose the game. Does true or false?
They were going to lose.
Does Brock Purdy play defense?
Nope.
Okay, so he had nothing to do with the fact that the number one defense in the NFL, the defense that hadn't allowed a 100-yard rusher in I don't know how many games, let a team rush for 148 yards and 4 touchdowns on them. Okay, so that wasn't the quarterback, right? Okay. Was Brock Purdy the offensive coordinator? Is it Kyle Shanahan? Is he coaching the O-line? No. Nobody wants to block Hassan Reddick. The man nearly killed 2 quarterbacks that day.
He was in a field.
Nobody wanted to block him.
Yeah.
So no, man. Like if he didn't get hurt, he still would have gotten beaten up. Because the same thing that was happening to him, that happened with it. And now it's unfortunate that his UCL is torn. And it really, and you know, that does mean a lot for him to go back out there after Josh Johnson got a concussion.
Right.
And to go out there, he couldn't throw the ball, but you're still handing off. They came out today and said he does need Tommy John jersey.
Yeah.
He's out for the whole year. Doesn't get to play next year. Mr. Irrelevant.
Right. It's crazy.
Was undefeated in the NFL. Was in line to be the starter next year.
Yeah.
And that's gone. And you might not ever see him in the NFL again.
Right. Because a year from now.
Hey, Lance.
Yeah.
All right, Nestor.
Man, shut up.
Go ahead, Nestor.
Drink your Bud Light. But no, like at the end of the day, like he wasn't he wasn't the reason why they lost. The quarterback position wasn't the reason why they lost because Josh Johnson got blown up too.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't changing. Like change the scheme. Like Shanahan, what the hell were you doing? The whole game, the quarterback was in distress. It didn't matter which quarterback was out there. So no, they might not have been 31-7, but they were going to lose that game.
Yeah. Nestor, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with Malin. It was that they were just not protecting their quarterbacks, and I think the Eagles were. They were finding these huge gaps. Miles Sanders was like running with the ball easily into the end zone. Even when Jalen Hurts almost got sacked, I think it was in the third quarter. He still ran for that first down. He still got there. So that O line for the Eagles did really well, and they would have still scored 31 either way. The best defense in the NFL just got fucked. 31 points.
The only
So,
thing
yeah.
the only thing I think is different in that game is that I do think that Brock Purdy handles the snap that Josh Johnson fumbled.
Yeah, there's that.
Which
Right.
kind of led to
Right.
an easy 7 points.
Right.
But outside of that, you're still talking about 24-7. Like that
Yeah,
49
yeah.
offense was not moving the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy G out there or Trey Lance, they would have gotten smoked either way.
I agree. I do feel like. And do any of you guys think that at any point that the 49ers were in control of that game? Because I
No.
felt like
No.
the entire
Coin toss.
No.
Coin toss.
Because the way that defense handled themselves on the first drive of Philly,
Yep.
and the fact that
And after
Shanahan
Did
couldn't
not
even challenge the play.
Right. Exactly. That's what I was going.
Like that's
Yeah.
like a 35-yard
Right.
swing.
Once that Devontae Smith catch counted and they hurried up and got up there and then they scored, I was like, that's theirs.
Yeah,
This is all
they
theirs.
weren't ready.
Because I was like, that wasn't no damn catch.
And they were moving fast
because they knew
hurry up,
because
hurry
they,
up,
'cause
hurry
they
up.
knew it was no damn catch.
Right.
It was like let's pop this
And-
play off
yeah,
before.
and Shanahan didn't think at all like, let me just throw it because they're hurrying up to the line.
And no, but like, I don't know if you guys have seen the intro that the 49ers had when they left the locker room. Did you guys see that?
No.
They've been doing this thing to where when they leave the locker room and they go into the tunnel, they have like, there's a company that makes these big boom boxes, like the old school 80s and 90s boom boxes. And they have one guy, I don't even know if he's a trainer. He's just a guy just wearing clothes, just carrying this thing and he's playing music. And they all coming out, they're all hype, jumping up. Oh, we're doing all this just to get beat 31-7. All that hype. They've been running it back for 6 since 94. That's 1 year longer than the Cowboys. You want to talk about ineptitude of franchises? Like, yeah, you've been to a couple Super Bowls, you lost them. You've been to some NFC Championship.
Yeah.
They've been to the most NFC Championship games
Yeah. Yeah.
in NFL history. Yet one player, Tom Brady, has more Super Bowl wins than any team
It's crazy.
in the NFL.
Yeah.
So the 49ers suck.
They
Like,
love
shut
that
up.
NFC Championship game. They love it.
Well, they love going, doing, and losing. Apparently.
Yeah. I'll give my credit to C-Mac though. He went down with the shit, but he did
I
his
mean,
thing.
yeah, whatever.
All right, next game.
All right.
After that, we had the AFC Championship game with the Bengals going down to the Chiefs 23-20. Boy, what a dramatic game this was.
So upsetting.
Nestor, let's start with you. What do you think was the biggest reason that the Chiefs won this game?
I think the Chiefs took better advantage of the opportunities they had. I feel like they were the first team that really there were many teams when the Bengals O-line got injured, but they were the first team to really take advantage of that O-line being hurt. And I hate to say it because I feel bad for Joseph Osai, is it?
Yeah.
But that late, that penalty, that just it destroyed them. That I feel bad for the dude. I feel so bad for him. But
Why do you feel bad
this is
for
like
them?
a really great movie that ended shitty, and that's why it wasn't even entertaining to watch. Because at that point, I was like, "Fuck this!" Kansas City won. Screw this shit. And I feel like Burrows is so used to getting sacked, man. At this point, he's gonna go from remembering half the game to not remembering any games at all.
Coming from you, that's
Yeah,
kind of.
hold on. First
He knows
of
all
all,
about that.
Well, I mean, I know.
all,
Come on, okay.
Joe Burrow is not Tua, so let's go. But you want to talk about a movie though? Like this was Titanic, okay? And the Bengals were Jack, but Kate was the officials. Like that's what happened. Like they got fucked on multiple occasions in this game. No, it's just not a good look for the NFL on both games. The fact that you're put in a position in the first game to where you might have C-Mac out there is the quarterback, and you got to roll a quarterback out there with a torn UCL. Like, that's not a good look for the league. Because up until 2011, for 10 years, they had a rule that you could have a third quarterback dress. And if he had to go into a game, he didn't count against the active roster. But if he had to go into the game, the other two quarterbacks couldn't come in. But the player committee got rid of that rule back in 2011. That was something that Mike Holmgren actually fought over. But in this game, okay, when you're redoing the 3rd and 9, when they stopped them, because the head umpire said roll the game clock and at the same time, and then the one person's like running. They're like, no, let's do it. And I was like, okay, we'll be in better shape and blow the fucking whistle. But well, I mean, shit, look like a goddamn Pokemon out there. So you got the whole 3rd 9 play, right? And then they got to redo it after they stop them. And then they stop them again. They sack them, but oh wait, there was another flag, and so it just kind of plays into that narrative, right? And then Scantling, when the game was tied, 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, Scantling catches the ball, reaches for the first down, pulls it back in. They even reviewed this. It's illegal. If you reach the ball out, you have to go, but pull it back in, it goes where you pulled it back in.
You have to go down.
But they gave him the yardage. So then they were able to march down the field and score a touchdown, make it 20-13, instead of having to contemplate a 4th and 1 and kicking a field goal from like the 20-yard line. So that was another thing. I was like, what are these refs doing? And then at the end, you missed the hold. That's blatant. I mean, the man was trying to molest him. Like, he was like Bill Cosby with a young girl over there just holding on for dear life. And then
I'm out of pocket though.
Hey, free my dog Bill.
What?
But his name's Asai, right? Asai. You can't put your hands on the quarterback.
You should know
right
better.
There.
Yeah.
Like, even though you're one step late, you can't put your hands on him. You take a 60-yard field goal into a 45-yard field goal. But at the end of the day, that should have been offsetting penalties. The yardage that Mahomes had shouldn't have counted, and we should have had an overtime, which is what we as NFL fans deserved. Was Burrow and Mahomes in overtime. We deserved that, and the refs screwed us out of it, and that's upsetting.
And that's what it felt like. The whole game just felt like, all right, overtime's coming. Because both of them, Mahomes had a good first half, but not a good second half. And then, Burrow, good second half, but a pretty bad first one. It just seemed like we're boiling to a overtime here. But yeah, that, of course, the clock mismatch thing. I remember, they stopped him on 3rd, and I'm like, all right, they're about to punt. And I went to go get something to drink. Came back out, and Mahomes is throwing a pass. I'm like, what? I was like, what just happened?
You're like, wait, how did they slap the ball?
Right. And then they stopped him again. I was like, did the TV, the broadcast jump back? Am I just seeing the same thing over again? And then they showed the replay, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then, then the MVS thing on him reaching out for the first down. I'm like, all right, clearly he didn't get it. And then they come out, they chain gang, and They're looking over and looking over, and I'm like,
And they
it's
even
blatantly-
reviewed it.
Right.
I was like, you can't do that.
Yes. I'm like, yo.
You can only do that when you're crossing the goal line of a touchdown. I was like, how did the people upstairs and the people on the ground not see this?
Those are 2 first downs where I was just like, yo, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but what the hell? Come on, man. Like, it just really seemed like they were trying to press, all right, Kansas City, make sure you take care of business here. Osai, yeah, it was a stupid, boneheaded play. I felt like up until then he had played a fairly good game.
He did. He actually played really well on the last drive, too.
Yeah, right. That last drive, he really stepped up. But, yeah, I mean, the man, just bonehead mistake there. But it was just funny that we all knew. As soon as that happened, we all knew it was over. Like,
Yeah. You're like, well, they're going to kick a 45. And, listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist here. I don't think that the NFL is rigged. I'm just saying,
Right.
You got sports gambling in 17 states now. You got billions of dollars on stake at the NFL. And then you got stuff like this happening.
Right.
I mean, the amount of people that would have to get paid an astronomical amount of money and then stay quiet about it is unrealistic.
Yeah.
For sports to be on the hook.
Right.
But it just kind of felt like, if we could get Andy Reid against Philly.
Right.
Let's go ahead.
Right.
And, and Kansas City isn't Cincy, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Any thoughts, Shaq?
I am just a firm believer that between those random hiccups and stuff that should have gone a different direction, if Cincinnati's O-line wouldn't have allowed as many sacks in the process. G-Money called it out last week about if they get a certain amount of sacks in the game, that it's over for Cincy. And they near got that 6 sacks in the game. So I was like,
5, right?
Yeah, they got 5. It was like they basically got on a dime. Then 5 sacks killed them for where they could have gone. Because I feel like Joe Burrow, could have at least gone down for another drive, for another touchdown, another field goal early.
Yeah.
And it would have changed the whole dynamics of the game, would have forced Mahomes to do something a little bit more that it may not have worked out for him or may have, but allow less sacks. I understand it's from day one, Joe Burrow has struggled with his O-line, getting sacks. And of course, the one time he gets it where he wants it, everybody's hurt and injured.
Yeah, and it's like, what happened to the same O-line from Buffalo?
Yeah.
Exactly.
They did a fantastic job protecting him. And then come to Kansas City and
Kansas
all right,
City
Joe.
doesn't have a better defense than Buffalo.
Right, exactly.
And that's what we all called out last week. It was like
on?
Kansas City defense is not top of the par defenses of the teams that they face. For some reason, crumbled when they came there. It was like,
go ahead, Joe. You go ahead and figure it out because we're not going to protect
and
you.
you're right. If the offensive line had done better in the first half of the game, then maybe the Bengals scored more points. And like we've already talked, you can't discredit what happens in the first and second quarter and then only care about the third and fourth quarter. But that one play where he ran, man, and you missed that hold.
Yeah.
And that's not offsetting. Mm-hmm. I kind of feel like in that moment we got cheated as sports fans.
Yes.
Because we deserved, after the shit show we got with Philly and San Francisco, we deserved overtime with Burrow and Mahomes. Because it was going to overtime.
Yeah, it was
going
everybody
to
knew.
happen.
All right, we're going to get Mahomes Burrow overtime. Here we go.
because I feel like this potentially could have been one of the more entertaining games of this postseason so far. This Kansas City Cincinnati game was like, okay, 2 very much explosive offenses.
Yep.
Can go out there, could really put a number. This could be probably one of the top 2 best games you see at this postseason.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, don't get me wrong, this Super Bowl could very much be this could have been very much one of the most entertaining games. But
Because there's no end. At some point, somebody has to score in overtime. This isn't just the 10 minutes. But everyone would have had a chance to score a touchdown, even if the other team scored because of Buffalo.
Right. Like, what do you think the NFL would be like? All right, we want to show off this new rule. Just go ahead and let them play.
Let's go ahead and miss the grab assing going on. I mean, Jesus, man. He was practically inside his shoulder pads, hugging his nipples, like the way that he was manhandling that poor fool. That was ridiculous.
Crazy. But now we've got Philly, Kansas City, Super Bowl in Arizona. So
Which will still be entertaining.
yeah, it's a good game. We will. That's next week. Folks.
Hey.
We'll have to come back next week.
One interesting fact before we go on break. whichever team wins. Okay. Kansas City won in Arizona this year. Philly won in Arizona this year. Whoever wins is going to have 2 wins in that stadium. That will be 1 more than the Arizona Cardinals had all year. So whoever wins the Super Bowl will have a better winning record. Will have more wins than the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury.
Depressing.
And
That's awesome.
And I still wish both of them would lose, but
I'm here for that mess.
All right. That will do it for the first half of our glorious show. When we come back on the other side, we will have some community comments. G Money will be joining us.
Yes.
On those community comments, by the way, we will be covering Shaq and Malin's all-star team lineups. And we got the Ride or Die in 5. So
beautiful.
Yes. See you all in just a little while. Hang tight. And we'll see you in the second half.
I've got some nerve to play on. I took away my now Playboy sweet on. We don't dance. We don't dance. We don't dance. I left my heart speeding car going 90 in the rain.
I know that the Eagles are going to beat the Giants next weekend. So.
Absolutely not. Cowboys score early. Cowboys score middle. Cowboys score late. It looks hopeless. It seems hopeless, doesn't it? Too bad we got Tom Brady.
I have to root against the Cowboys, I guess. So 24-20 Buccaneers, but the Eagles will beat the Giants next weekend.
Cowboys are going up early, so probably I'm gonna guess 14 points first half.
Low score.
Classic Brady moment.
27-23. Finally a high-scoring game for the Buccaneers because Dak Prescott throwing 2 interceptions. I will give Zeke a touchdown or 2, but that's all he's getting.
And Trayvon
That's
Diggs is French toast tonight.
Low 14, used to say it with love. I used to say shit back, thinking that shit from the heart. Now look where the fuck are we at? Girl, you got me just going up bad. Love struggles, you got me real sad. Looking like you had a past. I don't thought that shit was gonna last. Shorty, I just want your love for a minute. I've been counting, baby, you give me lieutenant. Swear I lose my mind.
Who led the AFC in reception yards?
Tyreek Hill.
Incorrect.
Just say an answer. Somebody. Who is Jamar Chase?
There we go. 200 for G Money.
NFC for 200.
This person led the NFC in reception.
Who is Cooper Cup?
Correct.
Alex, I'll take your brother for 200.
This team had 3 players on the top playoff receptions leaders list.
Buffalo Bills.
Correct.
You are the Los Angeles Rams.
Incorrect.
Is Kansas City?
Correct.
How many points was that?
This person led the Bills in playoff reception yards.
Come on, man. Turn the number. I know it's 13.
Oh, you did get it right.
Yes.
Gabriel Davis.
God damn it. Yes, Gabriel Davis.
1,000 from right under Shaq's nose.
What are you doing now?
Real weird guessing jersey numbers.
Did you know AFR is also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts? Click the first link in the description below to listen to the most recent episode of the show.
Monday Night Football, AFR. We out here. Damn right, Monday Night Football. Let's go.
That
shirt is bleeding for some odd reason.
Hepatitis ass.
What the? Where did you fucking cut yourself? What? All right, how are we getting out of here?
So recap. Tragic. See you calling my phone. Must be that time to talk about what I've been putting off for so long. Think I gotta part ways with you. Took my own advice, girl, I ain't gon' play with you. Know you thought the shit was for eternity. Put a stop to it when it's hurting me. Can we talk about it, girl? Certainly. Oh, you got words for me. I've been trying to keep my life burden free. Hit me after 9, that's the only time the words for me. Came through looking all good, you do that purposely. You wanna make this worse for me. You know you ain't gonna get curved up.
If the Steelers lose to Washington, I will eat one of my socks. If we lose to that bum ass team, I will eat one of my socks. I say Steelers beat Washington, so we blow their backs out to the backlash. I say 100-0 if I could say that score.
Give it to Snell again, and he did not get there, I don't think.
I said at some point we sit Roethlisberger out and Rudolph was out there throwing the ball around a couple times. I was giving them. How much wins did he got? 3-4 wins for the season? The fact that that man has the audacity to tell me that a team with 3 wins is gonna be a team that ain't got no losses yet.
Snap and hold are good, and Hopkins has got it.
I'm just wondering, why are you still salty that the Washington football team beat the Steelers? I know you still are. So I'm just confused on why you think that the Steelers are going to beat the Browns. Do you see how good they were? I'm not going to lie, that the Steelers were putting on a show with their bench player, and they lost by 1. That's a good game. That's a great game. But I'm saying is that why are you still salty that Washington football team beat the Steelers? I can say a lot about the Steelers, but I'm not going to. Because you're a friend. I'm not going to post my opinion about the Steelers.
Alright, let's see who the Jets are. Who is that person? Who is that?
And Make-A-Wish kid. Sam is post-heart transplant.
Feel bad now.
As you can see.
That's why I'm psyched up. He's never going to see this guy play.
Post my opinion about the Steelers.
Alright, let's see who the Jets are. Who is that person? Who is that?
And Make-A-Wish kid. Sam is post-heart transplant.
Feel bad now.
As you can see.
That's why I'm psyched up. He's never going to see this guy play.
Remember to follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at AFR Sports. That's it, AFR Sports. Now back to the show with your hosts, Jay.
Oh.
Shaq's craving a beer. What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the second half of your favorite show on the internet. I'll take another one. Yes, G Money. What's good?
Hey, Jalen, Malin, Jack, and Nestor. Damn, that sounds good coming off my tongue. Jalen, Malin, Shaq, and Nestor. That's like a law firm. That's like, you know what? Did your team get bumped? Should your team be in the Super Bowl? I'm talking to you, Dallas fans. I'm talking to you, Cincinnati fans. You know your teams got screwed. So why don't you put that Lone Star beer in the toilet where it belongs, that chili spaghetti in the garbage where it belongs, and call 1-800-968-7825. That's 1-800-968-7825 at the law firm of Jalen, Malin, Shaq, and Nestor will get your team in the Super Bowl where it belongs.
That was amazing.
I honest to God don't know what the hell just happened.
G Money rattling that off.
That was
with
awesome.
Trippie Redd in the background was the greatest thing of all time.
Right.
And Shaq handing you a beer that you automatically dismissed and just handed it to
That is
me.
Malin's business.
Like I didn't already have one.
You
And
had
Shaq
one?
looking at me like, I guess I'm drinking.
Because I was like, I already had one in my hand. I'm like, all right.
All I saw was orange. I was like, this does not have anything to do with me.
He just passed it right to me.
I sat down to my shot already pouring over.
We call that a lunar shot. There's a crest, but then you spilt some of it. But that's fine.
Yeah. Shaq has a proper shot now, but
Well, he was upset in the first half.
right, you want to make sure you keep him happy. So
You got to keep Shaq happy.
yes. With that being said, let's go ahead and take this second half shot, gentlemen.
Shaq over here taking a sip of his beers. You talk about taking shots. There you go. You don't want to move that too far.
Shaq needs a straw for his.
You don't want to. You got to be careful.
Cheers to you at home.
Just
Cheers.
I don't know why he had to make eye contact.
He's irresponsible for his.
I look up at this man just gauging my steadiness.
I still haven't even drank mine, but I
Man, watching me, he was like, all right, this man is strong hand. See if we can.
Strong hand.
God damn, that's unfortunate.
got the red sea still sitting on the side.
Okay, G Money, what are you taking a shot of tonight?
It was Kraken rum in support of my Seattle Kraken that are first in the West.
Yeah, even though we don't have a representative in the All-Star game, that's some bullshit.
Weird.
That's because that fucking thug from Vancouver, who they should have fucking high-sticked.
Call him a frog.
I swear to God, we need some freaking thugs on our team to high-stick that son of a bitch.
I think that might be the first time in any sports podcast or airing that somebody has called somebody from Vancouver a thug. I think that is the first time that's ever happened. If you think that's a thug, I got a Popeye story to share with you later. Your money that we can't share on air.
On a side note, to make things weird and awkward, Happy Black History Month and
Hey, day one.
Day one of all 28 days this year.
We only got 27 left, baby.
Day one. And there's only no, I'm not gonna do it.
This show's been nothing but ignorance since the beginning of it. So
This show is all about representation.
Yeah,
and
representation.
I'm burning on shoe stores. That's what we've been talking about.
You want to
Ain't no one burning up shoe stores right now because
season pass.
Over we sports show, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. We're staying away from political things. Look
Right.
at me. We're staying away from
If you could see everything on this table, you'd really want to stay from political.
Little bear cans, shot glasses.
I'm not. I am not
in the
that
corner.
guy.
Yes,
I already had that awkward moments in Popeyes today. I'm not doing it again.
Get a Smith & Wesson sponsorship.
No, we need a Sig.
Or Sig sponsorship. There you go.
They gotta come in the mornings like, why are there holes in the wall? I don't understand.
Anyway,
let's talk about sports. We always do this. We spend the first 10 minutes of after half just rambling.
I am just happy to have G Money joining us. I'm happy to have Nestor joining us from Columbia. We are all here, and this is the greatest show on the internet.
Where is Nestor at right now? Where is
he's added some decor to his background?
I just want to say they didn't say they're happy to see me, even though I was gone last week
some,
too from
you got
home.
some fake lines. Okay, all we ever see is an air vent from where you're at with your flu-COVID ass.
I mean, usually we see
Now
this
we
man in
got-
a PlayStation shirt and a random door. And
I do.
behind
It's been
him.
the same PlayStation shirt. I was kind of worried that his girl burnt all his clothes, so I'm glad
She
to
might
see
after
that
this
he
week,
bought
too.
some new ones. But now you got some fake vines out there and some salt thing looking thing
This
to make
is
you
some
feel better
marijuana
about
leaves.
it. Hey man, you're not that hard, Nestor. Shut up.
Just growing it on the wall.
You're over there drinking the Bud Light of Colombian beers. You're not that
At
hard.
some point, we'll talk about something
Hey,
sports.
this is much stronger than Bud Light.
We might not.
We might not.
Just because you haven't spilled it yet.
The show lasts 5 hours.
Stronger.
I feel like I asked G Money what he was taking a shot of, and I don't remember what he said.
Cracking.
Chicken office, dude.
Cracking rum.
Christ.
Okay, but where?
Okay.
What beer is he drinking?
There.
Like the way it stretches.
The only thing I'm saying is an office over here with a black couch.
Casting couch.
All right, so if anyone wants to log into Pornhub, they'll find Nestor. But G Money, what beer are you drinking?
Kraken Stash.
Okay, there you go. This man.
That's a beer?
Oh yeah, it's a Northwest.
Why do I have? Why do we even have this for my beer when I got nothing but liquor still
some next
pulled up?
to it. Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
It's good to clean the table with, though. We should probably talk.
I knew it had cocaine. I'm sorry.
We need to talk about sports. We need to talk
These audio listeners are having a field day.
They're reporting us to Spotify and Apple as we speak.
Pornhub Nestor over here is just like
snort
go
coke
ahead
off
and-
his black
go
leather
ahead
in the
and-
corner.
Go ahead and Google Little Man. You'll find my YouTube
I
channel.
promise you, this tequila is not a great choice, but
I told you needed to start running the show, Nestor. Like, there's been tequila.
Yeah, we can't do Don Julio amongst us.
I say we do
Brought
it. I say we do it every week. To be honest with you,
Jesus.
Yeah, more often.
Shaq
More
doesn't
often.
even- like, what the is Shaq doing with his headphones right now? What is?
It's second half Shaq.
Second half, Shaq.
LeBron Shaq. Second half. Pulls off the
Community
headband.
comments.
Which makes me the best.
Community comments.
You jump up and down and start breaking shit.
This is where we field your comments from the past week. This is only if you follow us on Instagram and TikTok at AFR Sports. It is that giant banner that's across the top of the screen at AFR Sports. Be sure to follow us on both platforms. Yeah, if you aren't following us, what the hell are you doing? You probably follow a whole bunch of other accounts that are doing some other stuff.
I can tell you my fact.
Nestor can give you a couple insights too. But
So that's the after hour show.
We're not going to show Nestor's banner, though, right?
Yeah, follow my account.
You see Nestor's view history. Let's go ahead and get into the community comments from our show.
I'm going to die tonight.
Let's.
I mean, that might be par for the course.
We're like 20 minutes into the second half. Just trying to scrape through.
So Shaq and Malin both made their own all-star teams. Shaq took the West, as Malin said, because the sun sets in the West.
Did I say that?
So it's only right that Shaq had the West.
I
Wrong.
This show is just outrageously disrespectful for no reason at all. Like, I won't need any reason to deserve this, but, you know, I'm gonna get it anyway.
I did say that, didn't I?
You did. So Shaq's head sets in the west, so it's only right.
I don't even remember this comment, but
it was in the video.
He said it in the video, yes.
It was in
I was putting the captions on. I was fucking laughing my ass off. So let's start with Malin's team. On Instagram, Random Fetus says that Malin has the best 5. Shawnee to...
Okay, first of all, if your name is Random Fetus, I don't want you agreeing with me.
Well, don't worry, because Shawnee 21 basketball says Durant doesn't play shooting guard, so how is he a 2? I guess you should give off your lineup so that it makes sense.
Well, do you want me to? Okay, so I had Trae Young, Durant, I had Tatum, I had Giannis, and I had Embiid. So the reason why I had Durant at 2. That if you're playing a pickup game, like, yes, I understand that Durant doesn't play the 2. But out of Tatum, okay, and the Greek Freak and Embiid, he's the most athletic, natural shooter. If I'm sitting there and I'm doing a pickup game and I'm like, well, no, I'm sorry, Durant, like, you don't normally play the 2, so I'm going to pick the chubby fat kid. Like, no, like, you're going to get the most talent and understand that somebody that's a generational player like Durant could play the 2 for one All-Star game.
I like that take.
Like, come on.
Yes. I was wondering also why you took him at the 2,
Yeah,
but that makes sense.
I took him at the 2 because he's a more natural shooter than Tatum.
Right.
More natural shooter than Greek, more than Embiid. I wanted all 4 of them on the court at the same time, and I was like, okay, well, I got to move one of them to the 2.
And he's gonna tower over whoever's on the other side.
Yeah,
whoever's on the other 2, he's gonna tower over them.
He can play the 2.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, LeBron James has played point guard.
Yeah,
at times in his career. So what's his name? What's it?
Magic played all 5 positions.
Yeah,
in
Magic
in the
won an
playoffs,
NBA
so,
Finals playing center.
Yep.
So what's this guy's name?
Yeah,
Shawnee 21 basketball.
Hey, Shawnee, go fuck yourself.
Okay.
You don't know basketball
Shawnee,
because
bastard.
you take the talent where you can take the talent and you figure out the positions. That's what you do. The fact that Magic Johnson won a Finals at the center position his rookie year when he was a point guard. I mean, come on.
Let's hop into Shaq's West team here.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Shaq, what was your Western team?
I thought I remember the toss on my head.
I know you had Luka at the 1.
Luka at the 1. Steph at the 2. I got Clay at the wonderful small forward role. I got LeBron.
Talking about Luka at the 1 though, huh?
I got it's okay. I got Steph for all the shooting. It's okay. And I got LeBron as a wonderful power forward and the Joker as a wonderful center.
I mean, that's cool. If Embiid didn't whoop the Joker's ass just last week, that'd be a cool thing. But no one's giving him crap about Luka at 1. That man don't play point guard.
I actually like Luka on the ball and Steph off. Where my problem comes in was with Clay.
But I said that in the video that if there's gonna be a problem, it's gonna be with Clay. But I feel like Steph can definitely play that catch and shoot role. He can definitely do that.
I feel like I definitely have a better roster though.
I mean, you just played on size. Right now, yes, you got the shooting, but you got the size, which really making
you do have the size,
which is really making it.
That's all I am is size right now. Right. This is the one time where size is not an advantage for you. Okay.
Yeah, but my size right now is just playing in LeBron and the Joker, which is going to be my size and my team. But like other than that,
you got LeBron and rashy ass Joker. I got it.
But it's okay. The rest of my whole team could still somewhat shoot for the most part.
Somewhat, but not better than my team. So what did the people say?
Steph
for Shaq's team, Tread329 says, "How is Clay a starter?" And then
like you didn't say shit about your team. Relax.
I know.
This man don't be talking shit like you didn't get bad reviews.
JDLE Wiz says, "I think the Western team is already good as it is, to be honest." Which the only difference in Shaq's team from the actual Western starting pool is Zion is Clay, or Clay is Zion, whatever.
But okay, Well, okay, I could have seen him putting Zion in there because I put Durant in and Durant's not playing.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Zion if he were healthy, but my God, the man pulls a fucking hamstring
that's
going
why-
to the buffet table.
That was my rationale, not even trying to put like Zion anywhere in there.
No, I was just putting best roster on there.
But my thing is like, you gonna put that man in the roster. That man ain't gonna play no damn All-Star game. Like, that man's still bedridden on his bariatric sized bed.
Durant is kind of close to playing. Zion, who knows?
Exactly. So it's like my team. I just went with Clay. At least Clay ain't gonna lose you a game. He ain't gonna win you nothing.
The
but
only thing that could have been disrespectful on my end is that I did not put Kyrie Irving.
But Kyrie don't deserve it.
In my starting five.
Because
at the point, okay, I could have done that.
Or Donovan Mitchell.
I could have done that too, but
Oh,
I like
Donovan Mitchell.
I like Trae
Yep.
Young, and I can't.
I also,
if you can't believe the Earth is round, you can't play for me. Like, you can't be on my roster if you don't think there is a circular thing happen there, bitch. You fly on a plane, you see the horizon and the curvature of the Earth.
Which I also,
You're not playing for me if you think the Earth is flat. Like, have you ever seen a flat Earth eclipse?
I also find my disrespect. I just not realized that none of us like John Morant never made this also thing.
Okay, well, he's on the West, so that's you, man.
I thought about
That's not me.
I thought about it. It was like I also put John Morant also winning, also possibility of winning
the only
MVP.
disrespect I see.
This early on the season.
This man's like, the only disrespect I see is the decision that I made.
You couldn't leave
This
Luka
man-
out because he's the second leading scorer in the NBA.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't leave Luka out.
Yeah, you can't leave Luka
Steph-
out.
But you put
and
Clay
really
in,
Steph.
though.
But you did. Well, you can't have Steph, Clay, and Luke. Well, you could have. Yeah, you could have put Ja, Steph, and then Luke at the 3.
Yeah,
but I'm also heartfelt on
Luka should have been at the 3.
I'm not putting LeBron on there though.
Well, you
That's
had to put LeBron.
That's what I'm saying. You had to put LeBron. Relax.
Well, no, I'm saying that you had to.
You had to
Like,
put
the man's been
LeBron. I
averaging,
feel like you
over
had
30 points a game.
You had to put Steph. You had to put Luka. So it's like, where?
Why did you choose Clay though? Like, I understand this one guy gave me shit about Durant not playing the 2. Why am I getting the shit for where I put people, but no one's talking about Luka at the 1?
Luke, I can see him at
Ja
the 1.
isn't even.
It's just Clay at
Have
the
you
3.
ever seen Luka play point guard?
But he could.
He's okay.
He could play point guard. He could play point guard.
Could.
He could.
That's mainly because
does he?
He does all
But
the
that's not the
scoring
point. This is-
anyway.
But when is anything in All-Star game ever
But
like?
in reality, if you've got LeBron playing, I mean,
you could have put
he's a big
LeBron at
assist
1.
guy too.
But
I mean, you're going to get your assists.
This is a one game situation. If it was
Throughout
like
that
we're
team.
making a roster for like the whole entire season, it would not have been a
You're
situation.
talking one game.
One game situation. He could.
Yeah.
Luka could
But
definitely
my
pay.
roster still whoops
The
you.
real question is Nestor and G Money. Who do you think's roster wins in an All-Star game?
I think LeBron and Durant cancel each other out. But I like, God, I like Embiid. I really do.
I like.
That's what I was thinking when I saw it.
And the Joker, you know what
big.
we saw,
It's
and I
like-
think we're going to see when Philadelphia plays Denver again. Embiid's taking this personal. The fact that the Joker beat him out twice for MVP, plus, you know, he's going to show him up. I like him. I really do. As long as he doesn't get injured.
Who's covering Steph?
What?
Who's covering Steph?
Ain't nobody to
Who's
cover
covering
Chef. He's going to
Steph?
get thrown out.
He's
by
got-
calling
okay, no,
mouthpiece.
If we're
honestly,
playing man to man,
really know-
KD's on Steph.
I mean, then who's covering LeBron?
I mean-
who's covering LeBron in the chaos though?
What?
JT.
I think
don't
LeBron.
Tatum can cover LeBron?
No.
So Durant is going to land up
No.
It's not
covering
disrespectful.
because of the height. I mean, you
we
really,
just saw this man foul out.
I mean,
There was no foul.
Keep going, Jim Money.
Go ahead, G Money. Bastard.
I mean, hey, there are no fouls. Is he bleeding? Are they carrying him off
I'm
the
talking about
off the
hockey
court?
rules.
What is this? A Viking war?
There are no. I mean, no, I like the East a little bit more than I like the West.
Okay.
I'm talking about.
And
I like the
Nestor,
shooting of the West, though. I mean, though Clay, I mean, he hasn't been playing. He's not the Clay of probably 5 years ago.
Hey, but
prior to his
how
injury.
is Clay getting points against the East though?
why if you could have had someone at the 3, you could have taken Sabonis, could have taken SGA off the Thunder. He's been balling right now. I take either one of them over.
You went with name recognition, is what you did.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean,
he ain't gonna lose no games. But
You went Washington State alumni. What you did. He's over here being a Washington State Cougar.
Nestor, go ahead and tell me what.
Who would you take,
Go ahead and tell me why the West would win.
Shaq's West or
Go ahead.
Tell me why the West would win.
Go ahead.
Shaq.
Don't give me that.
I would go for the West, but you lost me at Clay.
Why would we go number one? One player is winning you the game, and one player is losing me the game. Like
Because you're doing great with Luka, but and you had so many great options.
Luka, Steph, LeBron, the Joker.
I'm sorry. You put LeBron at the 3 or at the 4?
LeBron is a shooting guard,
but he could have been the 1.
No, you have Steph as your shooting guard. LeBron's your 3, right?
Yeah, 3-man as a power forward. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So in that case, he'd stack up against Tatum on Maitland's team. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Nestor.
I just think in the paint. That LeBron is winning.
And Embiid would be smacking his shit like candy.
Embiid would come with the help, and that would probably be that in the paint.
Like he ain't gonna be he ain't a facilitator by nature. Like he ain't gonna get.
He'd kick out to who else you got out there?
I got Steph. I got Luka out there.
Man. You got Luka.
I don't know.
And
Steph and Luka ain't out there throwing it up for you.
This man really trying to sell Luka at the 1. And again, I want to challenge the listeners. They give me shit about Durant at the 2.
All listeners can
But
barely.
we over here with Luka at the 1 and ain't nobody batting.
Or
that man don't play point guard.
Or listeners can barely
Not
read.
natural
Leave these
spot for
motherfuckers alone.
I think if LeBron kicks out KD's long as fuck, he'd be out there blocking passes.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Katie's length in this wonderful podcast.
So G Money is taking the Mainland's West.
But that's of course
the East.
If
Mainland's
KD is
East.
healthy, I mean, if KD's not healthy,
Right, we're
then
taking health.
You're kind of screwed.
If everybody,
you're working on the fact that he's going to be healthy and
He's
playing.
healthy. He's healthy.
I don't think it matters
in
because
this
Shaq
scenario,
picked Klay Thompson.
Why does that
It does matter.
It doesn't matter.
There's some better options.
One better option is ruining the other 4 All-Stars that are on my fucking team.
The consensus is that my East team would thump the shit out.
Y'all act like Clay ain't shit of a player and ain't gonna do a damn thing.
Do I think he can outplay Kevin Durant or you have him at the 3?
But y'all
Wait,
also
I'm sorry.
But y'all also was thinking of Tatum.
the 3.
Y'all, but
Clay is the 3, so he's he'd be against Tatum.
LeBron James is the 4 in your thing.
Yes.
So he's against Giannis.
But you said LeBron James was the 3. But
It's the other way
Clay's
around.
the 3.
Right. Clay's the 3. So he's stacking up against
Clay
Tatum.
would
Clay's
he'd
the
be getting
3.
spanked by Tatum.
Tatum would take him to the hole and school him every single time.
He would smack him like he wasn't potty trained.
I do not care what kind of numbers or what kind of words y'all throw at me. I still believe the West. Look, I don't give a damn if you put Westbrook in that position.
When you call that, Shaq's starting to get angry. The nostrils.
Y'all give this BS stats. Like
if Shaq's nostrils get any bigger, we're gonna form a black hole.
Like the Joker didn't win the last.
I'm not into all that.
Like the Joker didn't win the last few MVPs. Like this man ain't shit. Is that what yeah, exactly.
He won those MVPs.
Exactly. He won
him when he shouldn't have, but that's fine.
A win is a win. What are you talking about?
Kobe Bryant won 1 MVP in his life. All right. So
that's why he's number 3 of all time. That's all I'm saying.
If you want to say Embiid and the Joker cancel each other out, LeBron and KD can't cancel each other.
LeBron, you just saw what Embiid did against the Joker. That's not hypothetical. That's fact of what just happened last week.
Embiid doesn't have 2 MVPs.
Whooped his ass.
Embiid doesn't have 2 MVPs.
Last week. Embiid
worried about
whooped his ass.
We ain't worried about week by week. We worried about overall. It doesn't matter week by week.
Why are we talking about overall? What are we talking about?
I'm just saying, after that, it boils down to Klay Thompson or Jason Tatum.
Against Tatum.
Or Steph Curry and
Tatum 2 against Durant. Durant's going to smack the shit out of you.
Right. Tatum and Durant or...
I got length.
All right.
There's a lot of length there.
Sometimes about
There's
girth.
a lot.
A lot of length.
Embiid, Durant, Tatum.
So much.
Giannis. That's like 31 feet right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's because
There's
he picks
a lot of length.
Because he picks size overall, it makes him all of a sudden better
And they're
team overall.
thick, too.
Sometimes it's about how you do it, though. Sometimes it's about the motion, and what goes down with the overall team, and that's for the skill set. Not all the time does size matter.
They were arguing something else at this point.
Which I'll lose.
We've all seen
that whole size doesn't matter thing. It really isn't accurate.
We've all seen my,
Listen,
my messages.
Shaq, it's not about the motion of the ocean.
Messages
all right?
have seen otherwise.
It's such a tangent we've gone into now. Size doesn't matter. What is going on?
We went from basketball to about a whole different category of life.
This show is awful.
And yet I'm the one over here with the length. Like, is that not poetic? Good
I'll tell you
God.
what they did in Colombia.
This man can't even go to the dentist properly without losing his mind.
This man give himself cavities.
Exactly. This man ain't brushed his teeth about 3 weeks trying to go back to the dentist.
Since he left Tampa.
He left Tampa. It's like, man, I'll get about 16 cavities. I don't give a damn.
This ain't shit compared to what's been
Get some
happening
titties,
lately.
on,
But
get some
anyway,
titties on his arm
next
for the
topic.
sake of
Titties on the arm. We have to get to Ride or Die in 5. Jesus Christ. Talking about length, girth, and titties on an
You
arm.
did this to us, Joe. You put Shaq and I against each other.
That's
I
all you
didn't do
did.
anything.
You had to know that was going to happen.
Yeah, you put us against each other, East versus West, and they expect us to.
Because you had to know that I was going to be more intelligent with my picks.
First of
So it
all.
was going to be disrespectful.
First of all,
It's only 11. Honestly,
Nestor,
it's not bad.
please stop talking. Talk about the time.
We're going to be here for another hour now. Thanks.
Let's hop right into the Ride or Die 5. This is where you come to make some money. Off
is
of
that what
our...
we do?
Hey, last week, if you made our picks, you all made fucking money because we
damn
all
right.
went 3-2,
You're damn
winning
right.
record all around the
Yes.
board.
And we've been doing that lately. We've been all over 500 for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes.
All
so,
winning.
folks, the numbers don't lie. We are all over 500. We all have profitable records.
Some are more profitable. So
We'll get into that in a second.
that'd be me.
These
Some
are
you can buy a Happy Meal with, and others you can buy a Ferrari with. Just check it out.
Nestor.
That man put himself on camera by himself just so we can say Nestor's name.
You can dictate who's the Happy Meal and who's the Ferrari.
That was so petty.
But
I love it.
Y'all roasted the fuck out of me these past like 10 minutes. At least I could. That's the least I could be able to do.
Actually, he
man
hasn't
went-
been on the show like
that man, like,
another year.
Solo.
Nestor said, "Give me one more year. I'll tell you, I'll be a Ferrari."
I mean, you might be like a Pontiac Ferrero.
Don't y'all come at my record, okay? I worked hard for my record. That's all I'm
Listen,
saying.
folks, this is where we take the 5 best picks in sports betting this week. So this is our current records. Malin is leading us at 135 and 88. He's 47 games over 500.
Which I've been leading for like a solid year now.
Yeah, it's probably been about a year, if not more.
It's been 52 weeks at least.
Yeah.
I feel good about it.
I am in second place, 151 wins, 113 losses. I am plus 38.
Riding his own wave.
Hey, if you don't ride
Somebody
your wave,
gotta ride it.
right? If you don't ride your wave, who is gonna ride it for you?
This show has to stop.
Talk about right now.
You're gonna cancel all platforms at this point.
If you ain't enjoying yourself, who is? Shaq, he is in third place, 139 wins, 119 losses. He is over 20.
The fact that Shaq's in third place is that's
He's killing it, killing it.
you've been good.
I gotta
September. Man.
I gotta give myself a buffer between here and NBA season when that's the only thing I got it right.
Well, we're getting into it. So we'll see.
We're about to do 5 games.
Exactly. So there,
G Money in fourth place. He is 53 and 45. He is over 8 games. And then Nestor, he is 30 and 29. Finally taking us all over us 500.
I would just like to point out that I love that Nestor said at one point during the week, I can't go back under 500.
He was not having it.
You could read the stress
he
in
is
the text.
one negative week away from just going back to where he came.
I think that was the Celtics Knicks game.
Yeah,
we were blowing that, and he was like, I can't do this.
God.
He was like, he's one bad pick away from, I'm just not doing this.
He's like, go ahead and take my name off this ride or die 5.
I missed me with this ride or die shit. We doing a lot more dying than we are riding.
Yes. So let's start off. Tomorrow night, we have the Grizzlies going to Cleveland, and it's at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Anybody want to volunteer to go first before we kick off this?
I will go first because I know y'all will really want to sacrifice me because you know my picks. So,
oh shit!
I will go Grizzly.
Are we living in a matrix? What the fuck just happened?
Just vomiting.
No, not yet. We haven't hit that type of show yet. Wait till Super Bowl.
That's next week's show.
Yeah.
Tune in.
Next week's show.
Fun.
Go ahead and give me Grizzlies. They on the roll. They doing hot right now, so I'm gonna choose Grizzlies.
Okay. Let me get we got 2 great guards here, Morant and Donovan Mitchell. Both of them are playing really, really well right now, putting up a lot of points. Out of their 3 matchups, Memphis has won all 3 of them. However, since it is in Cleveland, the Cavs have only lost 6 games at home this year. Give me the Cavs at home. I think they want to right this wrong. They've lost all their games to the Grizzlies. They're at home. Quicken Loans Arena, infamous. Give me the Cavs at home here. Malin, what do you like here?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm taking Cleveland. Memphis on January 18th barely beat Cleveland 115 to 114.
Right.
And Cleveland's 9-3 against the spread this year against teams with a record above 600. They play up to their competition and down to their competition. So I think they're going to end this 3-game losing streak. I think Cleveland's going to take it.
All righty. Nestor?
Yeah, Memphis is
I don't know why he's here,
kind of like the capitalization on the fact that the West is not so hot this season. They're a mess. I was talking about this with a friend of mine. I don't think the West looks genuinely good this year. And Memphis is like the exclamation point. Because they lost to Sacramento, they lost against the Lakers, they lost against they had like a 4-game losing streak or something like that. They were just horrible.
Lean back, Chief.
Sit back by about a foot.
Oh,
cover
wait,
my
what?
There you go.
I was looking at the back of your head the whole time.
So anyway.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're good.
So
I think the Cavs will take this.
Okay. You see what happens
the
when I go
Heat-
first? Everyone's
the
like,
Heat
"Yep."
Cavs-
Go ahead and go on the other side.
I said who wants to volunteer, and you went first.
They was quiet, sitting there looking at each other. It's like, fuck it, I'll just go first.
G Money.
Yeah. Cavs.
Wait, what?
All right.
This is a
Confirm
bunch.
it.
This
In
is a
case you didn't get
whorehouse.
So, I too am going with Cleveland, but
Oh shit!
one of the things I've been looking at is the fact that there's only 6 teams that have winning records on the road,
Yes.
and Memphis is not one of them.
Nope.
I mean, I think that's so strange, really, when you look at some of these teams. You know, you would think that it would be more than 6 that would have a winning record on the road, right? I mean, you look at the teams they play, you're like, yeah, they should have won that game. No. I don't know what it is. I don't know why a lot of these teams cannot win on the road, but I'm taking Cleveland.
All right, some sensible picks in there. Some not so much. Let's go to the next game.
Don't need it. I hope I go 5 and out. Yeah, kiss my ass.
Next game.
We've only made one pick and it's already a kiss my
Right,
ass.
it's already over us. Saturday night. Now this is a serious game here. All right, this is what we're gonna find out.
Sure.
We have the Miami Heat going to the Milwaukee Bucks, or the number 2 team in the East right now.
Cool.
Since Shaq went first, I went second. I'll go first now. I'll make this real quick. The Bucks are one of the best teams in the NBA right now. They have one of the best home court records at 21-5. They take care of their home court business. I think the only team with a better one is the Grizzlies at 21-3. Give me the Grizzlies.
What?
Give me the Bucks at home. I was looking at what Malin was saying. Give me the Bucks at home because they will take care of their business against the Miami Least. Malin, what do you like here?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Milwaukee all day, like fuck the Heat. Bunch of stupid ass little campfire bitches. Nobody likes them. Nobody likes Butler because he's not even like bringing me food, so he's worthless. Miami is 1-7 out of 10. Okay, Milwaukee's 1-7 out of 10, but the only difference is Milwaukee's 5-0 their last 5.
Yeah.
So they're clearly better. Now, there is the rare cases that the lesser team beats the better team. And that happened when Miami beat Boston. Like that is the clear case of when that happens. But that is the exception.
That's when you're here in Florida.
Not the rule.
Right.
It doesn't normally happen where the jump start little people get all fired up. They're the Heat. They could make a game of something. That doesn't normally happen.
They thought it was the finals.
Yeah, they thought it was. They were like, "We're game 8, bitch.
Right.
We're going." So no, I'm taking Milwaukee in this game. That's just my own opinion.
All right. Go ahead, Nestor.
We just got back from beating Cleveland. I think we have great momentum. I think we're gonna do good in this game. I think we have
beat the Goodyear team.
If there's any team lesser team that can beat Milwaukee, it is the Heat. But I think Milwaukee has the better defense. They have Giannis, so give me the Bucks.
This whole man.
This Uncle Tom statement just to come back and say.
You don't get to do that from Columbia.
You know what upsets you the most? Whenever I feel confident, I hear Nestor talk, and it's like it cancels out my confidence. It's like, Nestor, I always gotta pick before this man because he hurts my feelings.
That man did a whole thesis on I can cure cancer, but not fuck it, cancer's gonna kill you. That's what the man just did the entire time.
It's just said I'm not going below 500 this week. G
I ain't
Money,
taking no chances.
G Money.
I ain't going back.
I'm going Milwaukee. I don't even have to say why. I'm just going Milwaukee.
There you go.
There you you go.
my
Shaq,
man.
what do you have
My
to
Shaq.
say?
Because I am a believer. Unlike Nestor, I'm a fan. So fuck y'all. And I got cushion room to take this 0-5 that I'm about to go this week.
shit.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Heat
That's
to win this
tequila
game.
talking.
Relax.
It's a tequila.
This man over there got dentist. This man over there got dentist titties on his arm, so he feel confident in his picks. I'm
Like Shaq is starting to look.
What are we talking about right now?
He's starting to resemble a lot more of that Popeyes guy that I ran into earlier.
That's what we're resorting to.
He's being really forward right now.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to show confidence for once in my team for doing what they do.
Once.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Heat.
Is this not the same man that would pick against the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals last year?
And look where it got him.
Did he not? Well, it got you some W's. They lost regardless, but so he did, didn't he?
Shaq made me change. I already wrote everybody was taking the Bucks, and Shaq made me change that. So let me go ahead.
Yeah, because Shaq doing Shaq.
Either I go 0-5 or I go 5-0. That's the same.
That's 100% at this point.
Yes,
with these picks,
I don't give a damn.
Nestor over here sniffing some fake ivy.
He can't afford to go 0-5, so he choosing trying to choose all safe picks.
Doing the safe road.
Next pick here. We're gonna start with you first, Malin.
Okay.
We have the Mavs and the Warriors on Saturday night. Who do you like?
Both teams suck. Let's be honest. Golden State's lost 6 out of the last 12. Dallas has lost 8 of their last 12.
Yep.
Regardless of the point that Luka leads his team in points at 33, rebounds at 8.9, and assists at 8.3. Him leading the team in all of those metrics are not leading to wins.
Right.
So I'm taking Golden State on this one because I think that they have the pedigree, they have the veteran leadership, and it's Luka or bust. And I think Luka is in a position a lot like LeBron James.
Yes.
I can do whatever I want when I want, but it's still ending up in L's. So I got to take the team of Golden State over the Luka and the Mavs.
Right. You know, there are intellects on this show, and there's everybody else. You know, I'm also taking Golden State.
It's the reason why we're 1 and 2.
Right. Yeah, Golden State should win this game. It is Luka or bust. Luka is the number 2 leading scorer in the NBA right now. That is great, but that's all the Mavs really have going for them. In their past matchups this year, the home team has won every single game so far. Since it's back at the Chase Center in San Francisco, I'm thinking that trend will continue. And yeah, I think that the Warriors will take care of their business at home, and they'll play a good all-around team game in that sense. So, Nestor.
I think Dallas for a team that I won't do the same thing again. Dallas for a team that thrives supposedly on defense. I think they suck. And as Malin said, it's kind of Luka or bust. So I think this is what Golden State does, unfortunately, because I don't like that team. They just start digging out these wins, and this is going to be their 4th straight victory. So, yeah, give me the Golden State.
G Money.
As I said at the beginning, they're riding 5. There's only 6 teams that have winning records on the road. Dallas is not one of them. Give me Golden State.
There you go.
Shaq.
I am also going to choose Golden State. I'm going to agree for once for the rest of the group, even though this group is kind of like fuck me for the whole entire show, but it's okay.
I'm not doing that.
You already had that one incident earlier today, so that's the last thing you need. But yeah.
By the way, none of us fucked Shaq. Just so you all know, Shaq was very ominous in that statement.
The fact that we got a clip. If you want to see, It is on Only Friends. So
Only
guys,
Fans.
flip over after this show. Go to
nobody-
OnlyFans.
If I was on
AFR
that, I
Sports.
would have to work for a living. But
Nobody is consenting to. I just want to say now, I'm not consenting. If anything happens,
It was non-consensual.
Okay, first of all, don't put me in that.
Bill, don't put me in the same sentence as non-consensual.
Exactly. That Bill Cosby, Big Ben, R. Kelly sentence. Don't put me all in that.
Bill Cosby, Big Ben, R.
Here, Malin, have another drink. This is a special one I made for you.
Yeah.
That's what I say. The only thing
There's
that
a
doesn't-
reason why I poured the shots over here.
I was like, the only thing that doesn't play in my favor is that I gave everyone their beers tonight for the second half. So, but anyway.
Oh, Jesus. Gosh.
But that Rick Ross spot. But anyway, I'm gonna go with the Golden State.
Rick Ross. Now that we all agree on one game,
We're so getting canceled.
Let's go to the next.
You brought up Bill Cosby.
Shaq brought up Bill Cosby,
We're-
Big Ben, R. Kelly, Rick Ross, all in 1 minute.
Damn.
Sunday at 6 o'clock. I'll go first on this one. We have the Sixers going to MSG. Luka, number 2 scorer in the NBA, but the number 1 is, of course, Embiid. He's balling right now, and the Sixers are like the hottest team in the NBA right now. Like they have won a bunch of games. I think they are like 8-2 in their last 10 games. So yeah, give me the Sixers. Knicks have been playing some good ball, just not as good as the Sixers have been playing recently. So I'm going to take the Sixers on the road here. So Nestor.
Yeah, Embiid isn't Jason Tatum against the Knicks, so I think
You mean Jaylen Brown
he's
against the
clutch. He would
missing those free
well.
throws.
That's true. So yeah, give me Philly. Short and sweet.
G Money.
Remember I said at the beginning of this that there were 6 teams that had winning records on the road? Philadelphia is one of them.
You're continuing that streak.
Can anybody name, other than Brunson, a starter for the Knicks? Anybody?
No, not Brunson.
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
thought.
and,
we can't. Because they're
I
nobodies. No, give me Philly.
Randall.
Okay. Maybe.
Julius Randall. Outside of that,
But
and
that's
Barrett,
like-
and Barrett, yeah.
It's like having like long-term memory loss. Like you remember him from yesteryear. It's not.
And he's been there longer than Brunson.
Yeah. Like no one cares about Randall.
Unless you're from New York, maybe. But
That's
New
true,
York
but I
doesn't
think
care
Brunson's
about
the leading
Randall.
scorer.
He is. Brunson
the
is.
leading
He's the only one that they talk about.
yeah, he's balling. Shaq.
Yeah, give me Philly in this game. It's hard to vote against him in anything whatsoever when it comes to this time of the season. Nestor, I swear to God. This man talking a lot of shit from being in a different country. I got to hear a side comment every single time I say something.
He's just reacting to what's being said.
From a man who has to broadcast from next to a closet door. I really don't want to. Love you, Nestor. Don't. I feel bad for saying that. Love you, Nestor. He's
I
still.
kind of feel like Shaq's gonna drive down to Key West and just like headbutt the ocean and cause a tsunami.
Nestor got a lot of side comments,
I love all of South America.
I mean, it could.
We're
Have
too
you not
high up.
seen Deep Impact?
No, I
Ain't
think that
nobody
affects me.
seen that. Ain't nobody.
If it didn't affect the Jamaica when it comes to all that, I would. But like,
I mean, I will say this. Like, first of all, like Nestor, you got to fit the background. Like, nobody is fooled by what the fuck is going on behind you.
I like the greenery.
What do you mean you like the greenery? What is there?
It's nice, all natural.
There's nothing natural about it. It's inside.
Some humidity being put in with the
There's
humidifier.
no. He's got some sort of salt shit to put up with the bullshit that everybody else is saying. Like,
Is it
he's kinda-
salt or
he's
is it
kinda
humidity?
woofed
It wasn't
himself.
my idea.
He's trying to win
It's- We know it was a good idea.
The residue of the cocoa leaves.
First of all, Nestor, we know a single thing we're looking at right now is not your idea.
G-Money's on the money.
All right, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
G-Money.
If it was up to Nestor, you'd film this from a dentist's office. But
Nestor over here grabs his armpit because he's a yes man.
Shaq, are you? Yeah, I think you're right about that. Anyway,
By
on
the
to the
way,
next one.
I haven't even made it. I haven't even made a pick.
Go ahead, man.
Okay. So
11:30.
yeah, so Phillies won 7 out of 8. New York's lost 6 of 8, even though a lot of their games have been close. Embiid putting up 47 against Denver and Joker's rashy ass. He's still on that show. I don't know why you're laughing. It's what he does, man. The man sweats and his skin gets all red. He's rashy. I don't understand what the fuck is going on with him.
Serbian thing.
Might be. I don't know. Maybe he's allergic to his own sweat, but it's disgusting. But yeah,
That's a thing.
you got to take Philly in this. You have to. It's the Knicks.
2 games in a row, we're all agreeing.
And, hey, have you heard about the fact that James Dolan is using facial recognition to keep people out of the arena that he's already banned? Have you heard about that?
No. Sounds like a James Dolan thing to do.
He's literally using facial recognition software to keep people out of the games.
Do you have that many people banned from
He's
MSG?
banned a lot of people, especially lawyers that are suing him with the sexual harassment stuff. He's got them all banned. And so you got season ticket holders that are on the case that are trying to go to games and they're getting kicked out because he's banned them and he's using facial recognition to kick them out.
It's amazing.
Why would you even bother going to Knicks games? Just stay at home, watch it on the MSG network.
Could do that.
I mean, first of all, you can drink and it's cheaper. Second of all, at halftime you can put on a better game.
But you might be able to watch great basketball from the opposing team.
if you want a reason,
They've
to kill
been doing it
yourself,
for
it's
20
otherwise.
years.
You gotta find a reason to kill yourself. Don't choose that expensive way of.
Ever since Ewing, Johnson, Oakley, Starks, ever since those in the mid 90s, the Knicks have been nothing. I know this man's talking about suicide.
I mean,
this man, you want to talk about a game?
I don't know what we're talking about anymore, to be honest.
I have no idea what half the show is even talking about because we talked about sports about 25% of this episode. And then
Last game.
Wear a headphone.
Last game. We got a riveting game. Tuesday night. 7:30. We got the Atlanta Hawks. We're playing right now.
I didn't even do any.
That's how riveting it is. They are going to New Orleans at 7:30 to play the Pelicans.
I'm taking Atlanta.
I'm also taking Atlanta.
I'm taking Atlanta.
Okay. Money.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of what I said earlier about
That's not even the weather.
road teams not winning,
1-6.
New Orleans isn't winning, period.
Nope.
And right now, Atlanta's up on Phoenix, 74-51.
They are.
God damn.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. So, yeah, I'm going to roll with Atlanta on this one.
Shaq.
I'm agreeing with the group. Look, is there any reason to pick New Orleans as this wonderful?
They've lost 9 games in a row.
Exactly. So there's
Come
no
on, Shaq.
reason to do it.
Mr. said, "Come on."
And y'all wonder why.
Looking behind him.
He's looking at us.
and y'all wonder why I'm deep with this man.
He's looking at the fake ass decorations behind
Like
him.
I was supposed to pick otherwise.
Like you're about to pop out from the leaves.
Yes, I wish I could to beat this man for trying to root against me in every single aspect of this game. There's no reason for that.
Am I the only one upset with the decor behind Nestor? Like
I'm just
I like it.
Feeling like
I think what bothers
all
you
that
is that
matters.
you know damn well he didn't pick none of this decor going on.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. It still looks good.
No.
This
I
man's
like a
upset that
little-
his girl picked the back decor just to come out here and talk
Little
about teeth
color
work.
change
Perhaps.
with the fake vines. Like, how long did that even take to put up?
What are those called?
We're past the dentist, and there's like this person.
Oh,
Anyway, can
so
we?
that's, okay, so
Atlanta
that's
or
why she's decorating. because he couldn't score with the dentist.
He's on to an orthodontist now.
Orthodontist. So now she's compensating. She's like, no, I love you. I gotta keep you. So you gotta do all this.
I just hate the fact that we're taking an opportune chance that his girl speaks somewhat fluent English, and we're hoping that she doesn't understand what's going on.
We don't know that.
I love how we're going into a 10-minute tangent about my relationship. And I'm gonna die tonight.
I actually don't give a shit. You speak whatever you want. I'm real.
25% sports.
We're real.
I'm worried because mine definitely identifiable. They can identify me easily when she comes to America. There ain't nobody they confuse me for. So
okay.
I'm worried.
Well, let's calm down because Shaq. Oh, I'm not even gonna go in.
There you go.
No, not even gonna.
There you go.
Because it's not appropriate for TV.
Are we ever concerned about appropriate for TV?
I mean, a little bit sometimes.
2% of the
When
time.
it comes to people I want to die, no. When it comes to a sexual nature, I cut the line off at Bill Cosby jokes. So whatever I was going to say is worse than that.
Check
So we're going to move on.
R. Kelly and Big Ben and who is the other person?
Bill Cosby, Big Ben.
If Shaq ever tried to pee on somebody, he'd
Rick
rip
James,
the skin
my
off. for
friends.
God's
Let's go to
sake.
Rick James.
That man be like goddamn fire hose. Yeah.
Cardi B.
We also talked about Kyrie Irving and Jewish people.
All right, let's go ahead
Let's look at that Drake. She didn't even know it.
Rick Ross.
Rick
The other
Ross.
person.
She didn't even know it.
Nancy bringing up Jewish people and Kyrie. Please stop. Shaq bringing up Cardi B for some reason.
How do we go Cardi B, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby
She was in that controversy. She was in that controversy
in
too.
90 seconds? We're the worst people alive.
Off of Nestor having some fake vines and a
If
light
this
behind
episode
them.
sees,
But it's concerning.
if this episode sees light of day, I'm surprised.
Where do you think his body's gonna go if she gets angry? She's gonna put it.
Somewhere up in the mountains.
Shuba.
They're not going to find it. It'll be up in the mountains. Some jaguar will be eating it or something, you know?
That is, I like that little table the lamp is on though. It's a little stylish table.
You put your
know what's
ass on
funny?
that. It's a stool.
That's not even a table. That's a stool.
It's a stool. I just said that. You got this color changing shit. It's a stool.
Hey, we're moving. We're in the process of moving. That's why
Who's
it's
moving?
You're
wrapped up.
moving
It's
and you're
actually wrapped up
decorating
in
more?
paper.
Wait a minute. You don't
This is wrapped
even live in Colombia. Where are you moving?
The
to?
vines aren't real. That's paper.
This is paper. This is wrapped completely.
Oh, the stool is wrapped.
Why are
Yeah, the
you
stool
massaging it? Stop massaging.
Wait,
it.
if
That's uncomfortable.
you're if you're moving, why are you decorating more?
Where
I don't know.
you don't even
that's
live in
Angie's problem.
Colombia. You're a United States
What?
citizen. Why are you moving to different places? You need to
not
come
moving.
back
Oh,
home.
yeah.
No,
Better
you-
spots in Colombia.
You need to come back home.
You just gotta come to the fact we never see Nestor again.
Yep, I think he's gone.
This-
You got all this room.
This is the most interaction we'll see with Nestor.
This is
The thing is that body count's going up, but
And if we see him next week, the
Wait, what?
I regret the fact that I never got to meet Nestor in person, but, you know,
never.
I'll be
will.
there for
by the time I
viewers.
get back, the Dolphins are going to win the Super Bowl.
you know,
That's all that matters.
You ain't never coming.
He never comes
You know
back.
what I'm
So
saying?
you're not coming back till like 2035?
Is if Nestor actually comes back and we have a get together with all the people and
All the families,
and
right?
whole family. I'm nervous. I'll be
Why, what?
I'll be packing.
I'll need to learn how to speak some
Because the
Spanish.
same knife that cut the watermelon is going to be used to stab me, Nestor. Like that's what I'm worried about.
You better bring that salt lamp with you too when you.
You better woo-saw some shit.
Folks, if you give us 1 star on Spotify, I'll understand that. I get it.
You should get
Guys,
a 5
this
for
is
this great
5-star
content.
material.
It's
Five
great.
star.
Be exact with Jimmy. That's the spirit.
It's 5-star.
The only thing 5 stars.
Some people
flight
get
that
locked
Nestor
up
took
in
down there.
county, and some people end up in a penitentiary. And like, there's levels.
We want to thank you all for watching.
I don't want to thank a damn single one of y'all. But I do want to thank y'all for patience.
You came here on your own accord.
Exactly. You deserve every bit of what you saw here tonight.
This man said, "I don't give a goddamn."
If you sat here for all the whole marathon, this godforsaken show, if you sat for 3 hours and talked 15 minutes of sports, actually, that's how I feel.
Yeah, first of all, it's been 2 minutes. I know your head is big, but let's learn time and math.
We're gonna write out.
We love everybody.
We're writing out on the intro music for once. Thank you all.
Peace out.
Watching, listening. We'll see you all next week for the
Love
Super Bowl
to see
picks. Super Bowl episode next week. We'll see you then.
Love to see it.